So, no fancy intro, no jingle music, no gimmicks, and really no script for this first episode. I just wanted to spend a few minutes. I want to talk plainly with people. And I know that that's not going to do very well with the YouTube algorithm. I do make other YouTube content, so I understand how best to market a video, but I don't want to be disingenuous in this project. My name's Jahlon. That's obviously not my real name. That is the screen name I use when I make video game content in both YouTube videos and Twitch. And a couple of years ago, I started making YouTube videos and I wasn't very good at it. And my guild, really my friends, convinced me to start streaming. And I absolutely fell in love with the idea of streaming. Not because I'm an amazing player in any game that I play, but because I had a microphone and a camera and I got to connect with people. And it took me back to my roots. Before 9/11, I was a Catholic grade school teacher. And then after some terrorists blew up some buildings, I decided to enlist in the United States Air Force. A couple of years later, I got my commission. And then a few years after that, I permanently damaged my shoulder and I got retired. Being retired at 37 years old is kind of an interesting trip. You start to feel like you're not useful anymore. I didn't really know what to do with my life, and I kept like guiding people and mentoring people. And that whole time when I was streaming, I always tend to branch out into real life things: success, motivation, fitness, content creation, just life in general. And I've wanted to start this series for a while, and I'm not following my own advice. I tell people all the time, I tell content creators, if you want to start something, just jump in the deep end. So that's what I'm doing today. I want to start with a product that's genuine, authentic. I think this has been stuck in my head and looping around since I saw the movie Kingdom of Heaven. And in Balian's blacksmith shop, he's got a Latin inscription that says, "What man is a man who does not make the world better?" In the last couple of years, that started, cycling around in my head. And what would happen if tomorrow, when I'm on my 5K run, I get hit by a bus, or I have a heart attack, or any number of things happen? I still have a teenager and a small child who would grow up without that mentorship of their father. And then I thought even further, what about all the people who didn't have a father, or who didn't have parents who cared, or who don't have a mentor or somebody to give them some guidance? And I said to myself, do I really need to play 2 or 3 more games of Heroes of the Storm? Do I really need to go farming in Final Fantasy XIV for another 20 minutes? Or can I carve out a piece of my day to dedicate that to just making videos? If the only 2 people on this planet who ever watch these videos are my kids, then great, I've still left my children something. But if other people stumble upon them and they find value in them, then of course, I'm a man who has made the world better. I'm going to be going over a lot of topics in this series, and they're not going to come in any particular order. I'm going to talk about YouTube and Twitch content creation because I'm fascinated by those topics, but they don't fit on my gaming channel. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about fitness and what I've done to lose 65 pounds so far. I'm going to talk to you about motivation, self-improvement, success, life, and it really all starts with what I'm doing right now. You have to start with motion. Motion creates emotion. I've started this video series now, so I'm committed to it because I have one really bad video series out there and I'm embarrassed by it. So these are the first steps that I'm taking to fix that problem. Like I said, my name is Jahlon. The name of this series is Jahlon On. So if you ever have any questions about life, the universe, anything, leave them in the comments below, and maybe those questions find themselves into one of my videos. You guys take care and be on the lookout for the upcoming videos on content creation for YouTube as the first thing I want to fix and get that other channel shut down. I'll see you next time. What are you still doing here? Nobody ever stays this long. This is the end screen. Well, Since you're here, there's a couple other videos I think you should check out. And all those names, those are my patrons over at Patreon. I couldn't do this without them. So, big thanks to them for all their support.